Welcome to the Scratch Made Life Kitchen. My name is Kim and I'm here with my friend Adrienne. Say hi.
Hi.
And today we're going to make goat cheese, otherwise known as Chevre, which is French for
Goat.
right on. So you're going to start with 2 quarts of goat milk, or you can double the recipe if you want. The recipe will be on the last slide at the end of this video for you, so you can pause it and write it down. We're going to need a mesophiliac culture and a drop of rennet. First, we need to heat our milk to 76 degrees. We have a cool little thermometer with a clip here. Adrienne, go ahead and start stirring. And you're going to stir until it comes up to temperature. Adrienne, what's the temperature?
76 degrees.
Oh my goodness, through the magic of television, look at that. We didn't think you wanted to watch us stir anything for 15 minutes. But you want to stir during the whole time so you don't scorch the milk. So go ahead and turn off the burner.
Okay.
And first we're going to add our culture. Now we're going to add 1/8 of a teaspoon. You can use lemon juice if you want, but the starter culture gives it a much better flavor. It just kind of brings all the good flavors out of your goat's milk. And you're going to sprinkle it over the top while you're stirring.
Where do you get this culture at?
You can get it online. There's a lot of cheese making shops, or you can get it at Amazon. You're going to be hard pressed to find it in your community. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take 1 drop of rennet, which I've already added to this unchlorinated water, which is just basically your bottled water versus your tap water. And we do this so that it gets in there more evenly. We're going to pour this in. Adrienne's going to stir that in. Oh, would that take us 2-3 minutes to do? Now, here comes the fun part. We're going to take out the spoon, we're going to take out the thermometer, we're going to put on the lid, and we're going to let it sit overnight. We'll see you guys in the morning. Alright, we're back. It's been overnight, and our goat cheese should be nice and set up. Before we take a look, though, we have our strainer with some sterilized cheesecloth in it. And you know how we sterilized it?
Boiled it?
We boiled it. We're going to pour it in here to catch the whey, because there's all kinds of wonderful things you can do with whey. Put it in your smoothie, you can bake bread with it, lots of fun stuff. So let's take a look. What's it look like, Adrienne?
It looks like Greek yogurt.
Perfect! Alright, let's go ahead and let's pour it into the strainer. Kind of slow, but it's going to get to the point where it's going to go bloop bloop, and it might get some whey on us, but that's okay. Oh, that looks perfect. Perfect! Okay, now we want to kind of encourage the draining a little bit. You're going to drain this for about 3 to 6 hours. And as you can see, this is a pretty easy cheese to make. It's just time consuming, so you want to plan 24 hours ahead of when you actually need it to start making it. So one of the ways we encourage it to dry is we grab the sides like this, and then we just kind of go back and forth. Look at all that whey coming out of the bottom, catching it for that wonderful smoothie we're going to have in a little bit. Back and forth and back and forth. Now another thing we can do is we can not lose our curds. That was not what not to do, guys. We can pick it up like this and we can spin it. And as you spin, you'll see the whey coming out of the bottom. Now we want to spin it the other way. We want to spin it the other way to get the whey. Ha! Let it go real slow so you don't have whey flying all over your kitchen. And spin it back the other way. Now if I want some nice spreadable goat cheese, I'm going to let this hang for about 3 to 4 hours. If I want some really dry, crumbly goat cheese, I'm going to let it hang for about 6. Feel free to check it throughout the process. So what we're going to do at this point in time is we're going to tie this around our spoon. If you have a sink with a crook neck faucet, that'll work perfect. If not, you have this option. And we just hang the spoon over the pot that we used. Take our cheesecloth and tie it right there like that. And we're going to let it hang for 3 to 6 hours. Adrienne and I are going to go do a few things. We'll be back with you in a little bit to show you the final product and tell you how to finish it up. Alright, it's been about 6 hours since we started our cheese draining. Let's recap before we have a look. So yesterday we started by heating up our goat's milk, adding the culture, putting in the rennet, putting the top on it, letting it sit overnight. And then earlier today, we went and we drained the curds out of the pot. We put it in the cheesecloth and we let it drain in the cheesecloth for about the last 6 hours because we wanted a really dry cheese right here. So we're gonna do the big reveal. Adrian, I'm gonna have you add a little bit of salt to this after I pour it in the bowl there. And a little bit, half to a quarter of a teaspoon for 2 quarts. It just depends on how salty you want it to be. And while Adrian is doing that, and we just show you what your finished cheeses are gonna look like. So, we all know that goat cheese on salad is the bomb. So we got that, but let's take it a little bit beyond that. You can also roll it in any spices you want. Make a little roll, so you're gonna want it to be a little wetter. If it's too dry, it'll just fall apart on you. We have one there with smoked paprika. The other one has pistachios, chopped craisins, and some parsley. Really good. It's one of my favorite things at parties. And then over there, we have some goat cheese rolls that are filled with goat cheese and oregano. You can use thyme as well, and drizzled with honey. Goat cheese and honey, a marriage made in heaven.
Delicious.
And then right over here, we have the goat cheese tart with some orange curd. Yeah, I said orange curd on top of it.
I'm going to try this one.
So as you can see, you can do a lot of different things, sweet or savory, with goat cheese. You don't have to be limited to just putting it on your salad. So let's see what Adrian thinks of this.
It's so good.
Of course. No. We've had a lot of fun making goat cheese with you. Go forward, have fun with it, use your imagination. If you have any questions, contact me at the Facebook page Scratch Made Life, or go to scratchmadelife.com. So we're going to take it out with a little cheers to the process and a little cheers to you. Cheers.